I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. You guys, we are talking Dr. Heavenly. She has ruffled some feathers after making comments about the Melometers, okay? The Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base. I'm going to say the fans because she didn't actually say the Melometers, but a lot of people perceived it to be about the Melometers, so we'll get into that. Look, Marsau had some things to say to Dr. Heavenly too. He was defending his wife, Tisha. I'm going to tell you guys what went down with that. And then Marsau surprised me yesterday in that little special that he did with Carlos King, you guys. He ended up taking a side in the Melody and Destiny feud. And he had some not so nice things to say about Martell. We're going to get into all of it, but I need y'all to hit my like button and share this video first, okay? And y'all already know this is my commentary. So let's get into it. Starting with these two right here. That's Dr. Heavenly and Marquez. This is how all of the mess started. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stories running around. And what people remember most is that Heavenly said she was going to quit Carlos King's show because she didn't want to ruin families. Okay, she didn't want to break up people's family. Well, we all know that she didn't quit Messy Mondays. At least she didn't quit when she said she was going to quit. She made that post and she was like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And then she showed back up on Carlos King's platform. And now Carlos King is reviewing these shows on his own. And she was asked that question, why aren't you back over there with Carlos King, child? Y'all were the duo. Okay. Y'all were the jam. Y'all were the team. Well, this is what Heavenly had to say about it.
I love Carlos so much. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, and I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna say it. Them people crazy over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Them motherfuckers was calling my office. You know what I'm saying? Threatening me, and I was like, I ain't getting paid for all of this. I'm just saying, y'all know the fan. Y'all know them people crazy. Y'all know them people. It's off the chain.
Okay. So that's what she had to say, child. Don't blame me. This is what she said, okay? She said that people were threatening her. Well, y'all, a lot of people, again, were saying they remember the piece about Marquez when she said, I'm not ruining families. And she was talking about Marquez, okay? Because he is separated from his wife. They've been split for what, 4 years or so, living in 2 different states. She wasn't talking about, or I should say, nobody else's family on Love and Marriage Huntsville was at risk of splitting because of Heavenly's commentary. But people were, she did say that people were calling her office prior to giving the Marquez I'm stopping the show thing. She actually came on and said, listen, y'all stop calling my office. I'm semi-retired. I'm hardly even there. I only come in for celebrity clients. And then she said, the people in my office, no one makes less than 60K. So she was trying to let people know that she takes care of families, child. But yeah, she went on to say this.
And I was like, this ain't worth it. You call them off. They don't even really call. You know what I'm saying? With Married to Medicine, and that's the show I'm on. I get paid very well to be on the show. But them people, I don't know what's up with them people in Huntsville. I love everybody. I love y'all Huntsville people and the Melometers. I love y'all. But don't call my damn office. That's why I don't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't worth it.
Okay, so Dr. Heavenly basically got spooked. She thought people were going to do damage, and she just said, I ain't doing it. It's not worth it. But yeah, she still talks about marriages, just not on Carlos King's platform. She is still talking about, she will be talking about Contessa and Scott in the upcoming season. Contessa's going to pull a Sophia from The Color Purple, child, and go over to Heavenly and said, did you tell Scott to beat me or Harpo? Okay, actually, she asked her, do you believe that my husband is laying hands on me? And Heavenly said, yeah, hell yeah, okay? Y'all know that she stopped talking to Simone for a few years, or Simone stopped talking to Heavenly after Heavenly ended up telling all of the business that Simone was confiding in her about Cecil, her husband, child Mariah Huck and her husband, infamous. Heavenly was always in their business. Lisa Nicole could not catch a break about Darren. Heavenly helped that. Quad helped that, child. Y'all know, do I dare I say Toya? Toya gets burned every season when it comes to her and Eugene. Sweet Tea had a taste of Dr. Heavenly and Quad. And whoever else, whoever these new couples are, is probably going to get it too. We know that Phaedra ended up leaving the show, Married to Medicine, because Apollo and his wife got an invite to that party. And who do y'all think invited them? Okay. So I'm just saying, ain't nothing changed for Heavenly. She's still talking about marriages. She's still talking about people's marriages on her own YouTube platform with a special guest. Nothing's changed. So just an FYI, sometimes we get the story wrong. We might have gotten it wrong here too. Check this out. Marsau, now Heavenly did talk about Marsau's wife. She said that Tisha was weak. She said Tisha's weak. She said she don't trust none of the men on Huntsville. They all look like they like to dip their paintbrush in a whole bunch of different paint cans. And she said Tisha's weak. And Marsau found it funny. Hell, he jumped right in them comments. This is what's great about reality TV. If y'all let people let people handle it, the cast handle it, this is what's supposed to happen. Heavenly says something. Heavenly gets her ass handed to her. Marsau jumps into the comments and said, he puts his LOL, but they called Tisha weak. He said, this is something we deal with all the time. You know what I'm saying? But here you are running. Okay. So he's making fun of Heavenly right now, you guys. And then let's look at what else was said. Okay. Because somebody else jumped into the comments to talk to Marsau. And this person said, y'all need to file a class action lawsuit against her. And I'm assuming he's referring to Melody, and her mellow mutts is what this commenter is putting here. They said there's plenty of proof of them doxing, stalking, and harassing you. Plus, she pays them and even said that they are at war. But you're right, they are. And then he put bat shit crazy. Those are the emojis, child. And Marsau responded to that comment. A lot of people are saying that Marsau said he was going to do a class action lawsuit. He didn't say that, y'all. He actually laughed at it kind of and said a class action lawsuit against an overly invested fanatics of a television show. He question marked it. He said, I couldn't care less. I'm sorry, but to be honest, their craziness is fun to watch. Maybe it's my dark humor, but I actually laugh at the weird shit Melometers and Trump supporters say. Okay, so Marsau said, I'm getting a kick out of it, child. Now, he did say that he actually compared the Melometers to Trump supporters. That's what Marsau said, child. But y'all, listen. If you want people to fight back, it needs to be the people who get paid for it, child. Marsau and Heavenly and hell. Let's see what Melody has to say in the second half of the season when it comes to the Melometers. Because Dr. Heavenly said initially it's fans of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She didn't actually say Melometers, but people did perceive it that way. They put it all in the same basket. Y'all talk to me. Let me know what y'all think about it. It's a lot, but like Heavenly says, she does get paid a lot of money to be on Married to Medicine, and they haven't changed a thing. Heavenly has been on Married to Medicine since, I believe, season 2. It's in season 11, so 10 years. That's what she's been doing, and we'll see what happens next. But y'all, let's talk about the show that Carlos King did last night in promotion of the second half of the season, Love and Marriage Huntsville, where he asked Marsau some very interesting questions, okay? Number one, you guys, he made it seem like he said to Marsau, I'm giving y'all a paraphrase. Melody is at odds with a lot of the women on the show. Why do you think that is? And Marsau basically said, I get it. He said, I get it. I don't blame her. And then he said, well, you know what? Melody probably talks to people every day, talks to her friends every day on the phone. He said, you're not going to get those kind of calls out of me. And even though he did not speak on Tisha and Melody's relationship, he did have something to say about Melody and Destiny. Okay. He said, if Mel and Destiny aren't friends anymore, I understand. I understand why Melody cut the relationship off. And then he went on to say that him and Martell were friends long before he even met Melody. That's what he said. And he said, so he thinks that Melody understood him continuing a relationship with Martell when their relationship broke up. But he said Destiny was really a friend to Melody. And her being on the phone after Mel crying to Destiny about her relationship, crying on her shoulder, he said her getting on the phone with Mel and then saying, oh, hey, girl, I got to hang up because Martell is beeping in, right? And then saying me and Martell are going bowling or whatever these things may be. He said that was a crappy thing to do. Okay. That was a shitty thing to do. And he said, even if Melody did not give Destiny a ultimatum, because in the actual episode, you hear Destiny say, well, you never said it was a problem for you. Marsau said, even if you didn't get an ultimatum, it was the right thing to do for Melody to walk away. She shouldn't have had to tell you that. You should have known that because you were her friend. And this is something that everybody has said already. Pretty much every platform. I know that Destin said it. He said, you were too eager. You were too eager. If that was your real friend, you were too eager to walk away from the relationship. And he was talking about that too, about that for Destiny. But Marsau said it too. So this is eye-opening. And I want to see if this gets discussed in season 9, because if y'all didn't know, they have been renewed. Okay. But that's not the only thing he said. Okay. He also said, when asked about Destiny saying, you were trying to teach Ariane how to respectfully cheat, he was like, that's also another stab in the back. He said, listen, at the end of the day, Melody and Ariane had one person in common, and that was Martell. And he said the two of these women were being lied to by Martell. And if they linked up at all to have any conversation, it was basically to see if they could believe Martell, because Martell has this wife, she's pregnant. She is trying to, give everything into repairing this relationship because that's what he said he wanted to do. And then the other one was on the other side thinking that he was going to leave the wife. He was like, that was the reason for all of it. At the end of the day, it's all falls on Martell. And he said, believe half of none of what Martell tells you. Okay. He said he's a liar and the truth ain't in him. And then he said, if he ever wants the truth, he would ask Martell first to find out what not to believe. So listen, there's rumors out there that Martell and Marsau are in the dumps. They are not friends anymore. We know that they are going to get into it the next half of this season. It may have a lot to do with it. And I had told you guys a couple of months ago, back in like August or July, that it felt like Marsau was trying to become an ally of Melody's. Okay. So yeah, it was pretty good. Other notable things that Marsau had to say about the show. He didn't like Shanita very much. He didn't say anything nasty, but he did say she's talking too much, not to know any of the ladies. Okay. Cause they reviewed the girls trip episode. I should have told y'all that. They were reviewing the girls trip episode, but he was like, she doesn't even know that much. Okay. So why is she jumping into everything? That was the first thing. What else did he have to say? He actually gave Tisha a compliment. He said that she looked scrumptious on the show when he saw her in her bathing suit. And yeah, that's pretty much it that I could remember. It was funny. There were some funny moments, but he did have some things to say about Destiny that we had not heard before. And so I want to know what you guys think about it. How do y'all think that's going to play out in the next season? Okay. In season 9, not in the second half of season 8, because I don't think that it's going to show up there. But y'all do know that Shanita and Tisha gets into it, and Tisha is brought to tears. At least she was in those clips. So if they share anything, I wonder if they're going to share that. And yeah, we'll see what happens next, you guys. Talk to me in the comments, please and thank you. Y'all know what to do. Share this video too. That's how others find me on YouTube. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking it out with me today in this video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.